My name is Rob Latour, and I'd like to show you a program I've written called UPDRun, which you are welcome to download, install, and use for free on as many computers as you would like. So basically, when the program starts, it automatically minimizes itself into your sys tray. So to see the main screen, you just go click on your sys tray there and double click on the icon. So in the program, there's really only one thing you need to configure, and that's the UDP port number that you're going to be receiving your messages on. So you just type that in there. So 10280 is the one I use by default, but you can change that, of course. Also, if you want, optionally, you can set the decoding method. So when a UDP broadcast is sent over your network, it gets encoded using one of these various encoding methods. So the program needs to decode them, so you should identify the decoding method if you know it. If you don't know it, just leave that set to automatic, and the program will do the best that it can to figure that out for you. So that's the program. So over here, this is a live view of my cell phone, and I'm going to use an Android cell phone. I'm going to use a program called UDP Sender, which is a free program which sends information and broadcasts over a network. So here you need to know the destination port ID. So what this is a broadcast to all the PCs on my network. So this is my networks. They always start off 192.168.0, and 255 means everybody on my network. You can actually just change this to this in most cases. And it'll work just as well, and that's to all the PCs on all your network as well. So the port number then is the port number needs to match here, and then once you go with that, then all you need to do is send the information you want to send in the UDP broadcast. So the information you're going to want to send in the UDP broadcast is what I'm going to cover in this little demo, but you can also click on the About Help button and the Help link there, and it'll open up and it'll walk you through in detail many of the things we're going to talk about in this little demo. But basically what that's going to tell you is the first thing we're going to need to identify is the computer that we want the program to be run on. So the computer name for this computer is Rob's PC. That's taken from your Windows settings, and it's just displayed there. And so this, if you type in the sorry, here I've lost focus on something. If you type in the program or the PC name here, then that'll say that send this message to. It's going to go to all the PCs in your network, but it's only going to be processed by the PC with that name on it. So you can actually have either your PC name or a list of PC names separated by a semicolon, or if you want, you can just to signify all PCs, you just do a star. Okay, so I'm just going to do Rob's PC for now, and then that tells the UTB running if it applies to this PC or not, and then after that you're going to just identify the program to be run. So how we separate the information with respect to the PC name and the program to be run is we just use a pipe key there. So that's found in different places on different keyboards, but there it is. And then we're going to give it the program name to be run. So that's the name of the Windows calculator program. It's actually its full name is C:/ Windows / System32 / calc.exe. So you don't need the exe. And the first part, the full path name, getting it, because the calc is in the system's Windows path, and you can read up on that on Google. You don't need to include that either. So you can if you like, but it's not needed. And so then that would just tell this program to run the calculator. So if I press send, it'll broadcast this message on that port here to all my PCs and all of them running UDP run. Only one of them is going to be Rob's PC, and so I'm going to click on that, and it calculator, bang, it pops up right away there. So you'll also see anything that UDP-Run hears, it'll report to you there. Okay, so that's kind of step one. So the other thing you can do is you can, here's Excel, so Excel's also in my system path, and you can pass into a program optional parameters. So here I'm going to just type in something here, which is the name of an example spreadsheet. Okay, so that's a spreadsheet I have stored on my hard drive, and basically what it's going to do is it's going to tell UDP-Run to open Excel, passing into it the name of the spreadsheet. So if I click send, that happens again very quickly and just opens up, and there's the spreadsheet. Now, having all that said, because this file has a file type that's recognized by Windows and there's an associated default program with it, you don't actually have to enter the program name. You can just enter the file name. And what it'll do is it'll send that command over the network, and bang, you'll get Excel opening up with that thing. So in the same way, you can actually even open up, if you wanted, a website. So that's just a website of another freeware product that I have, and there's the website opens up. Okay, so let's just go back here and just show a couple more things. So if I have a broadcast going over my network, but it's going to another PC, okay, what UDP-Run will do is it'll say, yes, I've heard that, but it doesn't apply to me because that's not my computer name, so it won't run it. It'll record it in the log, but it won't actually run it. And again, if I wanted to have it run on all the computers on my network, I can just use the star. So the other thing I'm going to just show you quickly is the program runs by default as a regular permissions program. If you want, you can exit the program here, and you can restart it up. You can start it up, but using administrative, run it as an administrator, which will give you administrative privileges. Now you won't see, but I'm going to just do that, and it's going to pop up a screen, and just the screen capture tool I use, you won't see it, but I had the Windows prompt to allow me authorities to do that come up. I said yes. So now the program is running, but it's with administrative privileges. So I can either double click it here if I want, but if I have the icon on the screen, you don't need to have the icon on the screen, but if you do and it's present, then you can just double click there. Now what it'll do is it'll show you the program is running with administrative privileges enabled. So it'll still work the same, it'll just be able to run an administrative program with those privileges. So what it won't do is Windows won't prompt you a second time for those administrative privileges, and the reason is that the UDP-Run itself is running with administrative privileges, so it has the right to invoke other programs with the same privileges. So that's pretty well the program in a nutshell. Like I said, there is a help menu here, and that brings you to the main website, the help, the license. So the license information is under it's a Creative Commons license, but basically what it boils down to is you're welcome to use the program for free. And finally, there's also a little donate button there if you want, but that's it. So I really enjoyed writing this program, and I'm finding it useful, and I hope you'll find it useful too, and you'll enjoy it. So thank you very much.